Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am like the universe, always expanding. And today we have Sun in Sagittarius. Welcome to Sagittarius. One of my favorite seasons in the zodiac. I asked everybody what they thought my favorite sign is. I loved all of the answers. I'm not sure if I'm going to answer or not. My favorite answer was how I love the book You Are All the Signs, and I have to say that I can't say that one sign is more important than any other. They are all so important for us to have a good grasp on. So here we are in Sagittarius season. We are going to dig in. Now it's funny because sometimes I focus on this as Sagittarius, but I don't feel like I focus on this as much as a Sagittarius, and the calling that I'm getting for this collective to focus on during Sun in Sagittarius is thinking bigger. We want to expand our thoughts. Sagittarius is the sign of the archer, which means we are about taking aim. And this isn't about aiming into the dirt. This is aiming, I always hate that phrase, like shoot for the stars and, wait, was it? Like shoot for the moon, if you miss you'll land on the stars, and like it doesn't work that way, right? Like the stars are farther than the moon, so shoot for the stars and land on the moon always makes more sense to me. But to go back to Sagittarius, this is kind of the theme that I'm feeling pulled into, called into, is after these last few years, which have been brutal in so many different ways, remembering to call in the good, call upon the good, aim for the good, aim for bigger, aim for more, remember our dreams, remember what hopes you have or had, and recalibrate with those energies. Sagittarius is the sign of the optimist, or even the awesomist if you've been with me for a really long time, right? So this is a time to remember those things that we have desired that light a fire within us. It's interesting because Scorpio, one of the layers that we didn't dig into much too, is desire. But once we move beyond just the raw desire of something, then we have that fire energy, which is the creation of it. And then we go into the earth, which is the physical manifestation. So we're in creation form with Sun in Sagittarius, trying to take those embers of desire and launch them into flames that can help move us in the direction of that which we desire, to help us align our activation energy, align our vibration with this energy. So this to me is what I feel called to lead us into with Sun in Sagittarius. Now, helping us is Venus and Mercury already in the sign of Sagittarius, and we have a new moon incoming tomorrow, Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, we have a new moon right here at the beginning of Sagittarius, which is saying, what do you want? What do you wish? What is your intention? So this is a call for thinking bigger, reminding yourselves that just because things haven't happened yet doesn't mean that they can't or that they won't happen. And Sagittarius is asking us all, like, chin up. Remember that these things, these desires that you have, they are meant to move you, even if they don't take you exactly on the path that you want to go on. That's why Sagittarius is the adventurer, because so often we don't end up on the path that we think that we stepped onto, or we think that we should even be on. It takes us on different paths. I know that I think better than anybody. I was like, I will take this path to be a princess, ballerina, dancer, cat. That was my dream of what to be. And here I am as an astrologer. Many detours along the way, right? So and it's just as wonderful as princess, ballerina, rock star, cat. Kind of always mess up my dream self, but right? It's better. It fulfills all of those boxes. So this is a call to remember those dreams, remember those desires, let those fires spark up in you. That being said, Sagittarius is such an interesting sign, because if there's a sign that could probably officially be under too much in the dictionary, that would be Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy can tend to go overboard with anything. We are ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of good things. It is important to keep things in balance, including optimism, during the time of Sagittarius. Recognize when you may not be listening to the other parts of yourself with the sun in Sagittarius, because too much can be fun and too much can also, put us under. So nobody wants to go there. Keeping that in mind is a very important energy. This is also the sign of the philosopher. So you may find yourself getting philosophy. Can I make a new word? Philosophic? Philosophic? Philosophical, I guess, is the word, but I like making new words. Philosophical with questions around anything, including your desires. And that can definitely be fun, but watch which direction you go when you play philosopher. Do you go this way, or do you tend to spiral away from your dreams, your desires, your path, that calling, that fire that lights you up? So that's something to notice during philosophizing. Is there anything else I want to talk about Sagittarius at this time? Yeah, Jupiter. So Jupiter really played into my feeling of moving in this direction, about thinking bigger, because we have Jupiter in Pisces, and part of Pisces energy is the energy of miracles, right? Miracles, the mystical, the magic. And so we really want to utilize that at this time. Jupiter is not going to be in Pisces for another 12 years, 11 and a half, 12 years. So it's a really potent time, especially these final degrees of Pisces. Something I didn't mention that I do feel like is worth mentioning about all of the Sagittarius energy. Sun in Sagittarius, Moon incoming into Sagittarius, Venus and Mercury in Sagittarius right now, and even in balance with Mars. I noticed this today already. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and although it is a very friendly fire sign, sometimes the bite can be as bad as the bark. When it comes to Sagittarius, watch your inner volcanoes. Watch your reactions. Sagittarius can definitely instigate the liver. It can instigate impatience. It can instigate reactional energy. And I definitely saw some of that in people today with this Venus-Mercury conjunction that we just moved through. So be aware of that. Although there's a lot of friendly energy, like a friendly dog, it's primal. It's primal and fiery. And so we will be feeling that for sure, especially when we are having 4 planets in Sagittarius over these next few days, just as we're just adjusting to the fire. So do keep that in mind. Card-wise, I love these 2 cards together, moment by moment and trust. And I think that's important to remember in this, because sometimes we're like, why am I not on the moon yet, when you're, shooting for the stars, or on the stars for that matter? Even with all the optimism in the world, even with all of the fire in the world, step by step is still the process, right? So keep that in mind, because sometimes we want that instant, I'm there kind of energy. So do keep that in mind. I also have, funny enough, the laziness card for today. Between the dark of the moon, the sun at 0 degrees today, you may not necessarily be feeling that fieriness, but I highly, highly encourage daydreams to support what you're dreaming bigger about. I do have the Rebel card in reverse, and I think these chains feel very potent. Also, there's that fire that we're looking for. But I think that this might be a place where we have some of these blocks that we need to break through that are keeping us from aligning with that desire. The final card is the slowing down card. That, along with the laziness card today, and even the moment by moment, watch where the fires are coming up for you today. Again, sun is at 0 degrees, so you may feel a little bit offline, but if you are feeling fiery, take time to get grounded and tune in, because again, fiery energy, you are playing with fire, literally, even though it's just an energy. You want to be aware of that, and that grounding energy really can help. And I say that as a double fire sign who lives with a double fire sign, and our fires bounce off of each other. Like, check your fire. So that's it for today. Ooh, what is the word of the day? All right, well, I asked everybody what my favorite sign was. I would love it if you share your favorite sign in the comments, and I will be, like I said, logging these, and right before Christmas, I will be pulling a name from somebody who's left a comment to give away a free year ahead reading. So you can book a regular reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.